Good evening, everybody, and welcome to PAPAtv Live. Tonight, we are going to focus on a particular game that everybody loves to hate, the Avengers.
Yeah, the Avengers.
My name's John Replogle. I'm here with Brian Tessier sitting next to me. And who you can't see over on the mic is Doug Polka. What's
Howdy.
up, Doug?
How's it going?
Oh, pretty good. And let me do a little introduction of our feature player for the evening. Not the only player for the evening, but a famous player in the Pittsburgh area and actually in the world.
Worldwide.
Al Tomka. What's going on, Al?
What's going on?
Welcome to PAPAtv Live again.
Yep.
What game are you going to be playing tonight, Al?
Avengers. Marvel Avengers by Stern.
You like the game?
It's okay.
It's okay?
Well, the game just got a lot better mid last month.
It's
So
better than High Roller Casino and not as good as AC/DC Premium.
don't diss my High Roller Casino, man.
That's a wide range.
Somewhere it falls in the middle in between, in my opinion. 6 or 7.
I mean, Doug, what's your opinion of Avengers?
I actually think it receives a lot of dislike from on the online communities, but I actually don't think it's that bad a game. I don't think it's a masterpiece, but I also don't think it's a terrible game.
I mean, how do you feel about it? Put on the Doug Polka tournament director hat for a second, and how do you feel about that?
I don't think it's a terrible tournament game. We use it in Pinburg every year. If it's dialed in properly, it plays really nice. There's a competition setting for the left loop, so it doesn't roll over Loki. They also made an adjustment with this round of code that makes it even more difficult to complete those Loki letters.
Right. Actually, we should. Well, we can wait a second to talk about that when we discuss some of the rules of the game. The thing about Avengers, there's 2 main multi-balls in it. And why don't we start with talking about the Hulk multi-ball. The Hulk multi-ball is, well, it's a giant bash target, and he's green, so he probably has a disease, so you want to stay away from him. But in this case, you actually want to hit him. And if you hit the Hulk targets down 3 times, it'll light your first Hulk multi-ball, which you can start by putting it in a little round scoop.
Actually, you can see right there on the monitor right now.
Right, and there's the green light flashing for that scoop, and there's a circle around that to show you where it wants to go. You can also get it into that scoop by hitting up the Black Widow shot, and it'll roll around if you want to start. The Hulk multi-ball is basically a giant bash multi-ball. You're going to bash those drop targets and then Hulk himself quite a few times, and he's going to get mad.
Hulk also has a magnet placed in front of him to toss the balls around.
And when Hulk tosses those balls at you, it can go anywhere, really. So
It's very random. And there is a super jackpot target back there behind the Hulk, isn't there?
that is a very annoying target to hit.
The Hulk smash target.
That
Does that make John want to smash trying to hit that target?
yes, pretty much. So the other multi-ball in the game is the Loki multi-ball, and you get that by shooting the Hawkeye ramp to put your locks there.
Which is the left loop.
The left loop. But first you have to start by lighting all 4 of the Loki lanes, which are, well, you can see them here.
L and O on the left side.
And K and I on the right side. Now, the new change with the new code is that you can only select between 2 lanes with each flipper. So if your right flipper will control, the K and I. Your left flipper will control the L and O. And once you get a lock lit, you send it up the Hawkeye shot again, which we're going to highlight on the screen in a second, and that'll lock the ball up. Once you get into Loki multi-ball, you're going to have a bunch of shots lit. If you hit a particular shot, you'll have to hit it a second time, and then it'll switch to a different shot. You'll select a different shot, and then you'll have to hit that 2 times. Let's see. That's it for the regular multi-balls. The rest of the game is getting into versus mode, which I think we can probably discuss better while the game is actually being played. So before we get into talking about the Spider-Man Vault Edition, which is something we wanted to discuss tonight, we're trying something a little different here. You know, would you like to actually be on PAPAtv? And this is for...
Would you like to be on PAPAtv, John?
I yearn to be on PAPAtv.
Oh, do I
Oh,
yearn?
the memes are coming.
Well, we
Go ahead and
would
tell us about it.
love to see you on an actual episode of PAPAtv Live. So if you're going to be in the Pittsburgh area and would like to be on an episode of PAPAtv Live, feel free to email me. My email address is up on the screen right now. It's doug@papa.org, and we'll see if we can work you in the schedule and get you onto one of our broadcasts.
And already we're hearing from the chat room that this B. Kearns guy would really like to be on PAPAtv, Doug.
Hey, he's already done it. He's disqualified.
Okay. Sorry, B. Kearns. You don't.
No
get to
Twitch
be
for
in.
you.
So, the Spider-Man Vault Edition. Spider-Man is at least in my top 2 Sterns from the modern era. Probably up there with AC/DC. And I'm not going to say it's the most interesting game that they've put out, but gosh, they really got the theme right. They really encompassed the movie right, as far as I was concerned. And Spider-Man pinballs are going for a decent chunk of change on the secondary market, so they're fairly expensive to buy on the secondary market.
Although
so.
you're starting to see a lot of people sell their Spider-Man Blacks limited editions that never came up before, and my belief is that is directly related to them seeing the new Spider-Man Vault Edition coming out, deciding they like the looks of it better and cashing out while there's still more money in them, because once there's the new Vault Edition, there's always the risk that your high-value black Spider-Man Black goes down. So I believe that's directly related to the recent trend of increased sales of Spider-Man Blacks online.
Well, what do you think about the Vault Edition now? I mean, do you think it's a good idea?
I mean, they've done it before where they bring something out and kind of retheme it. I mean, I'm thinking Family Guy, Shrek type idea. And it gets you a different audience. I think it would be the same thing. I think you recapture the younger Spider-Man audience, because the movies, although can be enjoyed by younger kids, I think were more catered to a middle-aged and adult audience. So I think retheming it to cartoon graphics just attracts a different crowd. It increases sales. You don't have to reinvent anything. You put out another pinball. You have money continuing to roll in. I think it's a good idea overall.
What do you think, Brian?
I think this is a good thing for Stern overall. I think that you're going to capture more of the comic book enthusiast market with this. This is pulling the artwork directly from the comics, by the way, in case you weren't aware. So a lot of that is coming straight from the comics. I don't
Right.
know. And the dots are going to be completely new. The sound call-outs are going to be completely different.
I mean, I guess if you weren't a fan of the particular set of movies where the original Spider-Man came out at, and you would like to see a more comic book-based version of the game, this is your chance to get that.
The artwork's beautiful.
I think the artwork
And
is
the,
beautiful.
the people that didn't originally go in and get their limited edition of the original Spider-Man game now have a chance to get a different one.
I own a Spider-Man, and
You do?
I am one of the... I don't know if I'm one of the few people, but I actually like the look of red Spider-Man better than I like the look of black Spider-Man.
Blasphemy.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to disagree with you there, John. I like the black edition.
Hey, different strokes,
Yeah,
different folks. I
absolutely.
mean, you know, I just like the look of the red on it.
So I have Stern's press release for this in front of me. Would we like to share with our listeners all the differences?
Absolutely not. No, actually, go ahead.
So the Spider-Man Vault Edition features the same amazing gameplay of the original with an all-new look and feel. It's an all-new art package, of course. That's the most visible thing on it, including the cabinet, back glass, decals, playfield plastics. They're all designed based on images, as we discussed, from the Marvel Ultimate Spider-Man library. The toys are all new custom molded toys, designed and decorated to capture the Ultimate Spider-Man style art. So Doc Ock, Sandman, Venom, and the Green Goblin have all been redesigned for this. They've also gone and done all new animation and dot matrix video. New custom speech. They pulled out all the movie speech. New mode event themes based on the Ultimate Spider-Man universe. So if you look at some of the slides up there, a lot of the modes are actually titled different. The side rails, too, they did laser cut side armor in black powder coat, which looks amazing. There are 2 new music tracks, plus they also left the original score there. And one thing that I really like, looking at this from an operating point of view, is they made a bunch of improvements to durability based on the fact that Spider-Man's been out for a few years, so they got a lot of experience from the field and feedback. Things like they have steel plastic protectors at the Sandman entrance and the pop bumper area.
That's good.
The VUK opening playfield protectors at Doc Ock and the Sandman. The stainless steel playfield protector beneath the web slinger and the pops. All stainless steel web slinger ball guides. Improved ramp guards. Optimizations to the design of anti-ball trap plastics and ramp covers. Improved wire form ramp mounting details. I don't even know what that means. And it's got the new style magnet in front of Doc Ock, which is to reduce wear, which is a really great innovation they've done on a couple games recently. And all LED playfield lighting.
Very cool. Well,
So-
that's Spider-Man Vault Edition.
It's a gorgeous game. If you're into the art package, and Spider-Man, the gameplay is a proven winner. It's a proven great tournament game. So if you're into the comic book art, it's one that you should probably look for in the wild or think about picking up. Contact your favorite distributor.
And remember to visit Kickback Pinball Cafe.
It's located in the heart of Lawrenceville. It offers sandwiches, soups, and salads, a full espresso menu, as well as over 20 pinball machines for play. Kickback will be at Replay FX this year. They're going to have 2 one-of-a-kind pinball machines, Silver Bullet and Luther's Vendetta, both done by Pittsburgh artist Brian Holderman. You can follow Kickback Cafe online at kickbackpgh.com or on Facebook if you do search for Kickback PGH.
Awesome. That's a fun place to play.
Very cool. So the Papa Circuit is it's getting near its end for the year, and sitting at the top is Raymond Davidson, followed closely by Robert Gagno, Zach Sharp, Keith Elwin, Trent, Chris, Jim, Kevin, and Joshua. It's going to be a big showdown that'll happen right before Papa this year, right here in Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania, which is at the beginning of April.
Oh, and looked at
So,
there.
so this is the most. Can we go back a slide?
Yeah.
This is the most interesting part of what we're talking about here. The people at the top are at the top. The people at the cutoff are the ones to discuss. So if we look 3 spots below the cutoff, we see our very own Papa John.
We do.
Papa
check
John,
that out.
will you be will you be traveling to the 2 remaining circuit events in order to secure your spot in the circuit final?
I don't know. Where's the 2 remaining circuit events at?
Well, there are 2 left. There is MagFest, which is February 18th through 21st in Washington, D.C. And, of course, there's the Louisville Arcade Expo. That's March 4th through 6th.
So there's a lot of competition. There's not many points separating the bottom 10 players from the 10 that are out of it right now. So there's definitely a lot of room for people to advance up and for people to fall out of the circuit.
Oh, well, okay. So I'm getting a lot of requests from the chat room that we move on to some pinball play. So, Doug, is there anything else you want to cover here real quick?
No, just one of our sponsors, JCS Pinball.
Okay, go ahead.
Really quick, JCS Pinball Parts, home of super bands, liven up your pinball machines with high rebound polymer products. JCS Pinball products were developed and are proudly manufactured in Cranberry, Pennsylvania. JCS line of pinball parts is available at most online pinball retailers. Visit jcspinball.com for details.
All right, cool. So who's Al playing tonight?
Al is playing against our very own Fred Cochran.
Oh, so Fred Classics Cochran
Fred
versus
the
Al the
Classic
Crusher
Cochran.
Tomka. All right, why don't you guys fire up some gameplay on Avengers and let's get playing some pinball.
I did bring my secret toter ring, and I'll be sure to drink my Ovaltine.
All right. Okay, Al, at the beginning of your ball, what are you trying to do here?
So this is not how I would have started before the code update, but I'm trying to get these KI letters right off the bat because there's not many shots that feed back to them. And I'm going to need them to achieve the Loki lock, which I'm going to try to do right now.
Okay.
So Al is looking like he's really trying to just get control of the ball first off. Nice shots. Oh, quick ball.
So a little on this, John. This came out in 2012, so it's only a few years old, 4 years old now. The last code update before this most recent one in mid-January was February of 13. So this was a long time coming on this code update.
I don't even remember February of 13. That was probably...
I do, vaguely. I'm born in February, so I can somewhat remember every one of them.
Well, tell us about February of 13 then.
Well, there was a code update for Avengers, John.
Okay, that's the important stuff.
So it looks like Fred's having a little better luck at achieving what I was trying to, which is lighting his Loki locks, which he just did by completing those in lanes, LOKI, respectively. So now any left ramp shots are going to achieve locks for him towards that Loki multi-ball. So that was really important for him, ball 1, because I start back over now on ball 2 for those Loki letters.
That's a big penalty in tournament play.
It is. I mean, you kind of have to go for it. It's one of the big 2 multi-balls in the game. So there's not really much choice in trying to achieve it. And if you don't, you pay the price like I'm going to. It also looks like he's working towards some completion of Hulk targets. That'll get him towards his other main multi-ball in the game. Both very solid strategies to get a pretty decent score rolling off the start. So if you notice, now that lock is lit, the ball no longer returns to the left. Instead, it now will lock by the plunger. Normally, it would give you another one, but in Papa style, because they don't like transfer of locks or anything going wrong with the lock, it's going to kick it back out, and it's just going to be a virtual lock for
Yeah, the virtual lock for Loki was just added in this update.
Yeah, it should be noted that there are 2 software changes we made to the setup of this game. The first being that it's a virtual lock on Loki, and the second one is that the Hawkeye ramp is set to competition, which means it always will divert to the left.
Unless it's going to the lock, of course.
It's weird.
Oh, little flipper, little player error. Drove that one right down the middle.
2-ball game.
But the good thing that Fred accomplished something where he managed to get some locks already done. So
Yeah, he's definitely ahead on completing tasks.
well,
It's a little tricky here with
interesting.
the...
So did you see what Al just did there? He actually let the ball purposely drain so he could get both of those in lanes on the right-hand side.
Is that preferable to going for the skill shot?
Absolutely.
The skill shot's what, 250,000 plus 250,000 for each successful make?
And multi-ball could be 8 million, 10 million, could be.
So I think the trade-off's worth it there. I don't fault that strategy at all.
Because remember, just like Al said, he was starting over on this ball, and he already has some danger. So he needs to hopefully hit some Black Widow, or he can transfer back over and go for Hawkeye.
And the chat room's asking, what is up with this code update? What's all new? Some people are noticing that, the spinner is more receptive to giving a Black Widow, and
Right. So, before, in order to get credit for Black Widow, you had to go all the way up and around. Now, if you want to get credit for Black Widow, all you have to do is touch the spinner, and it's going to give you credit. Which, if anybody has played this game, you'll know that the reject rate from the Black Widow shot is pretty high.
it is aptly named.
So, as soon as he hit that spinner there, he got credit for Black Widow. Which is a good change, because it was a hard shot anyways.
I also achieved my lighting of Loki locks, which are now lit there on the left ramp. I also just started Hawkeye, which is one of my characters. As John mentioned at the beginning, once you achieve your 2 main multi-balls, you're trying to get other multi-balls by getting versus modes, WoW, which is anytime you complete 2 characters, not start, but complete, you'll get a versus mode where you'll have jackpot shots lit on the characters that you're in versus. Like most multi-balls, you can use your mystery award to add a ball and a ball save to it. And, Hawkeye's a great one to have because while you have that very long ball save, you sit there and, take your shot at Hawkeye and let it drain and shoot it again.
What do you have to do to complete a character?
It Depends on the character. For example, Hulk. If you were to start Hulk as a character, you would need to achieve the super jackpot within Hulk multi-ball. If it's Thor, which are the drop targets on the left in blue, the targets themselves are hidden under that plastic, but you can see the 4 flashing Thor hammers. If you complete those drop targets X number of times,
3.
the first time will actually start it for him, then you need to complete it 3 more times to achieve Thor. Black Widow, it's make the Black Widow ramp number of times, and then you have to, once you start her again, make her shot X number of times to complete her.
Enough to spell Black Widow, as a matter of fact. Because each shot is one credit for one shot towards that.
And the reason I'm using X is because, again, I had only a game or 2 on the new code, so I'm not sure what else they may have changed. And plus, tournament settings could also be different than what I'd be used to playing at most places on location. That's competition mode, tournament settings, factory default makes a big difference in what's going on in the game.
And to answer a question in the chat room, the GI on this game is working fine. We have some bright lights shine down on it to make sure everything was visible. The GI works just fine.
Yeah, we're trying to give you guys as much visible light to see the action on the playfield as possible.
Should be noted, though, that right before we started filming, somebody broke the Tesseract. So you'll notice that there's no cube. We'll have to email Stern and get another one.
Tonka Smash!
Tomka smash our ears. Ow.
Oh. 40,000 watts of Al Tomka right there,
Right.
folks.
The Tesseract couldn't handle it either.
Wow.
This game is such a pretty playfield.
Yeah, it should be noted this is the limited edition in blue, and so it also features some nice LED lighting factory as well, lighted accents at the in lanes. Nice looking game.
It is. They made 250 of these in blue and 215 in Hulk green, is my understanding.
Yeah, the Hulk greens seem to be a little bit more popular than the blue ones.
I think they're both pretty awesome.
I think they both look good, but I will say that the green stands out a little more. So if you're looking for a showpiece where it pops when you look at it, the green stands out more.
I think Fred was trying to Schatz the in lane there, and
So I'm way behind going
Drained.
into ball 3 here.
It's okay. It's a one-ball game, right, Al?
It still is at this point, really, with 1 and 6.
Yeah.
So let's talk about like eventual goals on this game. So
Completing all the characters.
yeah, well, actually, first off, there's a mini wizard mode that you can get, which is the battle of the helicarrier.
And that's by just starting all the characters, right?
That's right.
Okay.
And whenever you start a character in their mode, before you get to the verses, so like this is after stage 2, if you want to call it that. That's when your character's lit.
Yeah.
Right now, Hulk is flashing. He started it.
And if he gets the super jackpot, that locks it in, right?
That'll make it go solid, which is what you need if you want to battle for Earth.
Okay.
hey, Brian, were the rules for the helicarrier mode changed with the new code update?
That I'm not sure on. I haven't got into that far into reading the README, honestly.
I just played the helicarrier earlier today. Basically, it was 11 shots. 2 to the Hawkeye, 2 to the Captain America, 2 to Black Widow, 2 to Iron Man, and then 1 more to Hawkeye to finish the mode. And the award, I did it twice earlier, and the award both times was $9.9 million for finishing the mode.
It seems like it's really well integrated because I played it the other day after I updated the code, and it was the first time I'd ever gotten to that mode. But it kind of follows the storyline of the first Avengers movie and on the battle for the helicarrier, where you have to shoot certain characters' shots at certain times to accomplish.
Yeah, that's a backhand for the Addaball.
All right. Okay, and this during what we got? Hulk multi-ball going here.
This is Hulk multi-ball.
All right,
And,
so he's aiming for the targets, the Hulk smash toy, and the Hulk smash target.
well, he's aiming for the target right behind Hulk's left hand. And you can see the red targets flashing.
Oh, that's strobing like crazy up there, too.
And it's not an easy shot to hit because basically you have to sort of bounce into it. I would probably spend this time focusing on completing Hawkeye.
He got it.
There it is.
He caromed another ball into it, just
That's-
like you said.
That's all you have to do. And so he completed Hulk by doing that. And he only needs a couple other objectives in order to get to Battle for Earth. No problem.
I did not want to release that ball from behind Hulk's arms. That's a nice little controlled ball trap. If you don't make him move his arms, you can get a ball stuck up there behind his left arm and basically buy yourself some one-ball, multi-ball time for a skill trap.
Is that a skill trap? I don't think it is.
Yeah, because you got to get it up there behind the. I mean, it would be the same as timing it to get stuck like for a dirty pool or whatever. You have to.
Is that a beneficial malfunction?
It should be. It should be noted in tournament rules, though. You can't stick a ball for dirty pool and let it sit there. You have to complete that shot.
Okay.
Explain that.
So, Dirty Pool, in case anybody's not aware, it's a feature added into Attack from Mars where if you shoot a ball up into the saucer area, just as the shield is coming up, you can trap the ball behind the shield. And if you shoot the shield, it then completes it hits the ball on the other side into the saucer complete hole. That gives you an award for Dirty Pool. In the old rules, you used to be able to trap a ball there because it was considered a skill lock. Now, according to the PAPA rules, you have to complete that shot. So if you have a ball up there for Dirty Pool, you have to complete it. You can't just leave the ball stuck there.
So you would have 30 seconds, is that correct? Still? Actually, it looks like Mark and Doug are pulling up the rules right now. I was always under the impression that you could, you used to be able to just leave that ball, a dirty pool type ball, for indefinitely. But
If it was a skill one, not like a ball stuck accidentally on a ramp or behind a post.
So apparently I don't know the rules after all.
okay, okay.
Apparently Dirty Pool is the one that's allowed.
So the tournament director for the largest tournament in the world,
I blame Josh Sharp.
Doug Polka, was wrong, and we have it on tape.
It's these new IFPA PAPA blended rules.
We're saving it.
We made all kinds of concessions to the IFPA.
So I want to get a T-shirt that says I was right and Doug Polka was wrong. Mark, can we get these made? Okay, Mark says yes.
All right.
They'll be on sale at PAPA 19.
Nice.
No, they won't. Just say no, they won't.
All right, so what is a good score on this game, guys? So our chat room wants to know.
200 million.
No, that's an outstanding score.
That's an unbelievable
outstanding
score.
If you're getting into the tens of millions, 50s, 60s, 70s, you've achieved several objectives in that game. If you're breaking into the 100 million and better, you were crushing it.
Yeah.
Yeah, chances are if you've got 100 million, you won that game. If you're playing John, you need more than 200 million, apparently.
I like bashing on Hulk.
John Smash.
It's worth a lot of points.
So same thing, he's now trying to achieve his regular jackpots, gonna wait for the double, then the smash, and then the super.
He has all sorts of other like angry jackpot and furious.
Yeah, angry, smash.
There's some issues he's working out. It's fine.
That just took game one for Fred there.
Yeah. So Al makes his debut, and he's already down with a 0% record. You're going to change that up, though, right?
I mean, what are we playing it? A couple times?
We're going to play it as long as the chat room wants us to play it. You could be here for days.
And that also is not true, Jack.
If you start crushing Avengers, it can be a game that takes days, or at least a very, very long time.
Okay, so we have a question from the chat room, and they are asking about sticking a ball under a flipper. Do you have to get rid of that? And the answer to that is no, you do not, because that is actually a flipper. That is a ball that is on flipper.
Yeah, if the ball is touching the flipper, it is not considered a stuck ball.
And under a flipper?
Under a flipper. So if you-
There are games where that would actually
Captain
be a
Fantastic,
strategy.
for example.
Exactly.
Congo, Demolition Man, so those come to.
I use it on Indy 500 for ball management. It's really easy to backhand if you have two trapped on the right, get one stuck up under that right flipper. Because of the angle for the lock, you can still hit on the fly and keep that other ball stuck up under there as well.
So
Skip extra balls, you won that? No sense in running it up. We'll try again.
just to reiterate, though, so the chat
believe we can
understands,
start it.
putting a ball in dirty pool and leaving it there is legal.
Yep.
So I just want to make that clear. since
That's
we
what
were
I said.
having- Right. That's what Doug said.
And there's other dirty pools as well. Little less known, Adam's family also shares a dirty pool feature.
It does?
Yeah, if you are able to accomplish getting the ball in behind the bookcase while the bookcase is closed, it'll actually award you a dirty pull. That was
Oh, nice.
That's a little less known dirty pull in the pinball world.
Well, so what are you saying when that's a less known? Like, how do you get? You mean dirty pool during a multi-ball? Because you can't get it trapped behind the bookcase.
No, it's a dirty pull. It awards you sneaky locks.
Okay, but we're not talking about a legal ball trap location.
Oh no, but we were talking about dirty pull. It's another
Yeah,
dirty pull.
there's lots of sneaky lock games out
But
there.
that's specifically known as dirty pull when you do that.
Ah, I see what you're
It
saying.
does not say sneaky lock. It says dirty pull, old man.
And I've been informed by Mark, who is sitting next to me running the booth here, that that phrase actually comes from the Addams Family TV show.
I keep hearing myself coming in and out.
Yeah, and the quote was also in the movie as well, so for the record. Fred going right into multi-ball here.
Fred was bragging to me earlier how he put up like 200 million on this yesterday.
Spin it.
I don't think this was the game he was talking about.
I want to see him do it with the glass on.
Yeah, I think with the glass on is going to be more of a challenge for him this time around. But, you know, well, hey, anything's possible, right? It's pinball. We're trying to get Al's audio straightened out here.
So one thing about this game that a lot of people miss out on is there's actually a little bit of humor built into it too, especially with some of the Hulk call-outs. I know he's got some funny bonus call-outs and different things that add a little bit of humor to the game. John's working on getting our audio problems fixed out with our remote headset.
Yep.
So, Brian, what would be your strategy? You walk up to this at Pinburg, and you see Avengers sitting there.
I would first off curse the randomness of having to play this in competition. It's not something I fared at very well. I go for the characters. There's points in, you know, getting to the Captain America mode and making the shots, the Iron Man mode, the Thor mode. I just try to work through as many of those as possible.
Yeah, I usually find myself working on Hulk at first because it's easiest for me to shoot, and I'm not a very good player.
They removed one of my strategies from this with the code update. They removed the ability to carry over a bonus and bonus X. Both of those were removed, I believe.
Yeah, that's right. Bonus X used to be a pretty big thing in the old version of the code.
The Shield Award used to be 3x multiplier for when it would give you a multiplier on the Shield Award, which is the stand-ups on the right side there. Now that only gives you 1x, and they removed the carry bonus X over to the next ball completely.
That was a lot of points that you were missing out on for that stuff.
Yeah, that was pretty much my strategy on it, was hope to get a good bonus X and hopefully get lucky and get a bonus X carryover.
I've seen bonuses on this game of in excess of 20 million points, so it's certainly possible to really max out the bonus on this. Oh, double danger.
Oh, yeah.
There we go.
Living on the edge. Ooh.
But nothing he was doing about that one.
No, this game's playing tough today.
The Pinball World Championships are coming up here in Carnegie, Pennsylvania, Scott Township, Pennsylvania, I should say. April 6th through the 10th, 2016.
I'll be here.
And if you want to meet Brian, this is the place to be.
In fact, I pre-registered, and I, took advantage of that. So.
Yeah, pre-registration opened this week.
I mean, where can we go to get that?
Kind of snuck it out on the website. Go to papa.org and fill out the form there. You get your $5 pre-reg. You get an entry into the division of your choice, and one of the really snazzy Papa 19 T-shirts.
Nice. That's why I did it. I did it for the T-shirt, Doug.
And well, the most important thing for most people is getting that low player number.
I'm over that.
That's
Those
key.
days are done for me.
That's just because you didn't get one.
108, buddy. 108.
Oh, never mind.
Not that he's bragging.
Nope.
Now the early registration is Pittsburgh, and it's not just the cool kids. It's if you want in.
Yeah, especially for Pinburg. If you don't sit and sign up early for that, you're on a wait list.
I was talking to Josh Sharp via email earlier today, and we were talking about cutoff dates for tournaments like, state championships. There's a registration deadline for that. And he had mentioned to me, he said he used to take a lot of flack because, they'd give like someone a week or 2 weeks to register. And he said, well, it's great now because at Pinburg, if you don't register in the first 5 minutes, you're screwed. You just don't get in. So it's made his job a lot easier. You're welcome, Josh.
Yeah.
While we're talking about stuff like that, Doug, do you want to spend a moment and tell us about nomination of becoming a new circuit event? Because I know some people were asking you about that.
So it is live on the website right now. If you are a tournament director or of an awesome tournament, go and bug your tournament director and point him towards papa.org. We're currently taking nominations for next year's circuit events. So basically what's going to happen is we've been sending out surveys to all the circuit events from last year. And the ones that finish in the bottom are going to be pulled off the circuit. And we're going to take the events that nominate themselves that meet the criteria of being a circuit event, and those are all listed on the website, and put them up to a public vote. So basically, if your tournament director nominates his tournament and it meets all the criteria, it'll go into the public voting process on papa.org, and you can vote for your favorite tournaments to get into the circuit event. Also, this year, we're opening it up to European events. So we really encourage all of our European Papa friends to get their events on there as well. If you have a tournament that doesn't quite meet all the criteria for a circuit event, nominate it as well, because if we don't get enough events that meet all the criteria, we're going to throw some of those in the polling process too. So if you've got an event and you want to see it get on the circuit, head to papa.org and fill out the nomination form.
There was an op around here in Pittsburgh that had famously removed Hulk's arm for the reason that you just saw. It did become a pretty common ball trap in this game. It does stop the flow and ability to play. You have to wait for a ball search for it to pop on out of there.
I wouldn't do that, man. That might make Hulk mad.
Yeah. You don't want to make Hulk angry.
Not sure if you could get close enough to him to pull his arms off.
Although the movie established pretty much that Hulk was always angry.
Yeah. Yeah, sure did, didn't
So is it really, is it Banner who becomes the Hulk or the Hulk who becomes Banner?
it? So, as a kid,
Philosophy with Brian.
I remember my parents watching Incredible Hulk, and I was 3, 4 years old. This is the original,
Lou Ferrigno, Bill Bixby.
yeah, and I was so scared I would go hide behind the couch when it changed into the Hulk. It scared me so badly.
And that's ironic because now you are the Incredible Hulk, John.
Right. But then I was not. And
Well, you know, we just had to find the right level of gamma radiation for John here. So,
So do you get an extra sense of satisfaction by bashing the Hulk with a pinball?
no,
Just to pay him back?
I mean, it's just one of those weird things. Pinball is nostalgic for so many people in so many different ways. It's just weird that I happen to remember that while looking at this machine.
It's nostalgic for some people and utterly terrifying for John.
It's like, like some people see Funhouse and, they run. So,
yeah, John, a 4-player game of Funhouse can last 2 hours.
When I see Funhouse now, all I see is Evan Bingham
how's that?
because he looks just like Rudy.
Oh, there's a shout
my
out to our
gosh.
pinball narcissists.
That's not a negative thing, Evan.
No, it's
Oh, no,
not.
of course not.
Give it.
How could somebody take it that way?
Because some people are afraid of Rudy.
Some people were probably afraid of Evan.
Yeah, I don't know. I'm not creeped out by Rudy, but then again, I don't have a Funhouse machine at my house, so, you know.
I just saw the commentary on one of the Papa videos, and the comment somebody put up was, "Gosh, that John guy looks sort of scary." So, hey, well, we all have our thing. It's all good.
He's actually holding us all hostage. Send help.
So, while we're going off, Al is actually working on Hawkeye. He's completed 3 of the letters in the mode. He has Captain America running as well.
So either of those shots on either side of that stand-up will get him some points.
Right, so now he's completed 4 of the shots for Hawkeye.
So I see too. It's also giving you the Hawkeye without making the ramp. Is that new with this code,
No.
or was that like that before?
Now, that was like that before.
And in fact, if you time it right, you can get it to give you the up and down.
He's got a Loki lock lit. Probably saying that a few times fast.
Loki Locklit. That's not that bad.
That's only once.
That was only once, Sean. That's why. See,
We have modern technology that can make me say it multiple times. So.
this is true. Hey, and Evan says that Funhouse was the game that got him interested in pinball, Doug. So you'd be
There
happy
you
to
go.
know that, actually.
That's because it's his doppelganger.
So, if anybody in our chat room has any questions about Avengers and specific rules questions, I try to do my best to study up on these rules. So, go ahead and fire them off while we still have a little bit of time here, while Al attempts to recover from the beating that Fred is delivering.
It's one more game.
This is just carrying over from the ping pong massacre earlier.
Ping pong. What's that?
It's a game with some paddles and a little plastic ball and a table with a net on it.
Thank you, Mr.
Well, you asked what it was, man, you know?
I gotta say, I was watching the in-disc footage, and I gotta say I fell in love with Torpedo Alley. You can also see that was footage from the last Papa Circuit event, and you can watch Keith Elwin kick the living crap out of Torpedo Alley.
Was it like 9 million on ball 1? 9 million on that game is a ridiculous, stupid score to begin with.
That's right, Keith. You just called your score stupid.
But that's stupid, STOOPID.
Oh, when you spell it that way, it means something completely different.
It's different.
Okay, I dig it.
Keep digging, John. Keep digging.
I'm on my way.
So Fred actually collected Hawkeye there.
Oh. That moved the game enough that it moved the monitor next to it.
So he achieved extra ball. He's also going to start multi-ball in this.
That's a big shot he just made.
It is.
So can you stack the characters? Can you have multiple running?
Right. So you can, once you get them into their mode, you can take as many characters as possible into a multi-ball. So you could have Hawkeye. So right now he has Hawkeye, Captain America, and Black Widow running. But you could also add Iron Man and wait.
No, he doesn't.
He only has
He doesn't have
two
Hawkeye.
running.
He also has Thor.
He has Hulk
Thor.
and Thor running right now.
Those are the flashing
Yeah.
characters right above the flipper area.
That's what I meant. The others were just jackpot shots that were flashing in seductively similar ways.
So he decided to slow it down, take some controlled shots.
Oh, and now he's got a trap.
Skill trap off of Hulk. He wants to avoid hitting that, because hitting that kind of up like home base looking thing in front of
there it
Hulk that you
goes.
just saw causes him to thrash about.
And he just thrashed the ball right down the middle.
So that'll end his Hulk multi-ball. He's now back to trying to achieve characters and complete characters. He is still running Thor, so completing drop targets up on the left of the playfield will help him build towards completing Thor. There was the completion of the bank.
And we haven't mentioned that the pop scoring and the spinner scoring strategy has been changed. And yeah, like these pops are worth a lot more points.
Yeah, they went up 12,000 in points per hit. So they went from 8K to 20K, right?
Well, I think they were up to 20K in his case. I think they started a value of around 5. Is that correct, Lewis?
Did that also change the value of Captain America's mode? Because that is the
that's
pop
part of
bumpers.
Captain America. Yeah.
Okay, so the old cap was 8,000 points. The new cap is 20,000 points, which that's pretty significant.
Yeah, especially with how sensitive the pops can be on these games.
Right. You can keep it up there for a few minutes, a few seconds at least. So another shot of another event coming up.
That's right. I had that.
I didn't see it for long enough to read it. Sorry.
MagFest.
It was MagFest. It's a circuit event coming up in the DC area. Kevin Stone's the tournament director there. It's a free-to-enter tournament, so
That's February 18th through 21st.
yeah, go pick up your circuit points.
I hear that's a heck of a festival down there.
I've never been there. I think Mark went last year, and he gives it the
So
thumbs
there was
up.
the up and down that I mentioned on Hawkeye.
Yep.
If you're able to time it, where the game just allows enough time to consider that shot completed, and then it rolls back down, you can actually get credit going both ways.
Okay.
So what's your strategy here, Al? What's your?
I need characters at this point. I have a second Loki lit now, so I'm going to take my Hawkeye shot, hopefully get a lock out of it. Not do that.
I would have actually done a dead bounce there myself.
I thought about it. Well, now I have my Hulk lit, so now...
Anything will do. That'll get him the Loki multi-ball.
No, that's only ball 2.
Oh, it's only 2.
But it'll collect Hawkeye for me, which will be nice with Hulk if I can get that rolling.
Interestingly enough, that also that sets the multiplier, and he's four shots to Hawkeye away from starting a reverses mode. So, and there's the Hulk shot through the Black Widow to the Hulk,
Which started Black Widow, it looked like, did it? Or is that just the first shot animation? One of the updates on this was they did add a bunch more dots to this game, which means new graphics, basically, or more graphics.
Yeah, I'm questioning myself now. I thought I'm pretty sure that Captain America's running, but I am not. Now I'm questioning myself.
I don't think it is. I think it's lit up like that because he started it.
Well, yeah. So it's the Captain America mode, which means you've already made the 4 shots.
Okay.
So after you make the 4 shots, you're in the mode where you're going to have to, in the case of Captain America, get enough switch hits from the bumpers and or just shots to Captain America.
I always hated the mystery shot on this game. It's actually up here. It's very visible here on the camera, but from player position, you can't see it. You can't see if it's lit because this huge Loki character here blocks it. So that's why I just leaned over. I'm looking to see if I had that lit. I'm now going to try to get some secret agent targets because that is an add a ball and a ball save for me.
I was talking about the Nick Fury shot, which is also also called the Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. shot.
That shot got its own TV show, John.
I haven't watched that yet.
It's actually really good. I like it.
Oh, angry jackpot.
Angry jackpot. Some Mad Hulk smashing going on there.
I was telling Al he made a mistake.
Nah, I don't make mistakes. Come on, you know this, John.
How do you light the add-a-ball on this game in your multi-ball?
You hit both the white target's on the right side of the playfield.
Like that?
Yep.
Yeah, there he goes. So now it's lit. And I believe if he hits any one of those three, it should.
No.
You
So
still have
the
to hit
top one.
still the Nick Fury target.
It's the top one. I don't know who it is, but that's what it is.
There it is.
There we got it.
Had a ball on command.
Nice shot.
And you can do that once per type of multi-ball per ball.
And much like most recent Sterns, it also gives you a ball save along with that. So
Very short though, not long.
Yeah, it's tricky because you think you have ball save, it flashes with jackpots and Hulk, which is really confusing as a player.
Ooh.
Oh, tried a little tip pass to separate and ended up doing a jailbreak out of it.
All three balls went wild there.
Oh, and now one is gone.
I'd like to atone for those.
We'll get that back under control here. The famous Mahesh flip while a ball is trapped move.
That's a really good strategy because instead of like putting yourself in a situation where you can screw up 4 different moves trying to get a ball separated, you actually just take another shot.
is there actual name for that move?
Well, I attribute it to Mahesh Murthy because he's the first person I saw really actively try to do it and achieve shots, like specific shots, while he has the ball trapped. It's really impressive.
And to answer a question from the chat room, yes, this is the only game we're featuring today on PAPAtv.
Yep, we're moving to a 1-game format on PAPAtv.
We can get more into it and talk more about it.
I mean, we're always interested to hear what your opinion is on how we do our program. You know, we're looking to improve it. Earlier this year, I tried doing some interview segments, and you know, we're always interested in it's an evolving thing. Let us know what you like. Let us know what you hate, and we just want to make it a better product.
So Alex actually got within striking distance of Fred now. He might even have it on the bonus.
Yeah, he probably has it on the bonus. He's been playing this ball for a little while. You'd suspect he'd have a couple million.
Well, one way or the other, he has an
Banked.
extra ball. So
Yeah.
I'm going to say this one's in the bag.
So he's got Thor running right now.
Once I pass him, we will start up. We'll start up a grudge match.
Well, there we go.
There's not going to be a grudge match tonight, Al. We've probably exceeded our.
Well, it may not be broadcast, but
there will be a
I can assure you, there will be a grudge match.
So the shark is in the water, and Fred is for dinner.
So while we're talking, Al actually started up one of the versus modes. He's got Black Widow versus Hawkeye going on.
I'm going to do what I talked about, which is let the ball drain and make the shots that I like repeatedly.
That's a 2-ball multi-ball with a really extended ball save.
Oh, yeah, look at that sucker go.
So you'll notice in the bottom left corner of the display, there's a number there, and that's 5. That's how many more shots he has to make in order to complete this mode. And it's really cool because you can do an add-a-ball in this mode. But also, just like if you know the Kobayashi Maroon multi-ball on Star Trek, if you finish the mode and you still say you have 3 balls in play, you're going to be back in regular regular play with 3 balls in play, which is really cool if you're going for later Hulk multi-balls where you have to do it in a short period of time. Just something to think about. As it is, though, he's back out of it, and he's looking to either go back into it with 4 more shots or work on another one of the characters. And the one thing I don't know is how many shots to Thor it takes while you're in the mode, while the mode is running like it is now with the chase sequence. How many shots to Thor it takes to finish that mode. So, and that's something it doesn't tell you in your information or anywhere. So if somebody has an answer to that, that's interesting, deep rules knowledge that would probably be nice to know about.
Will you get points for every drop target you hit, or do you have to clear the bank?
So you don't have to clear the bank while the mode is running. You actually get the most for the lead target. See how there's like a chase pattern going on? One target is actually brighter than the others. That's the front target. You'll get, I think it's 300,000 points if you hit the lead target, 250,000 if you hit the target behind it, and 200,000 if you hit the target behind that at the back. I don't know if hitting hitting all 3 gives you credit towards progress in the mode. I think it might only be the lead target that gives you credit towards progress in the Thor mode.
Sounds right.
Or it might sound right or not, but it sounded good.
That sounded great.
For our listeners, I am also an expert at BSing you, so I could be lying and you wouldn't know.
I believe everything you say, John.
See? This is why I keep Doug around. The mirth maneuver. That's what that trap ball is going to be called, the mirth maneuver. Mirth. I can't even say it.
Morthy?
Yeah, but you can't, if you say it without the Y, sort
I
of.
thought the correct term was the hip toss pass.
The hip toss pass. The Wildcat.
I've never heard that.
So, I'm noticing that I have all the characters started. I need 2 shots for Iron Man. I'd like to get it over there and complete that.
It would be cool if we could see the helicarrier. So,
You should definitely try to do that.
I'm going to try.
Tough game to post pass on.
Yeah, it is.
Wide gap between the
he's got
bottom
it
of
now.
the slingshot and the flipper there.
That Iron Man shot is
Hard.
Tight.
I'd like to actually add to that. The Iron Man shot is the reason I don't like this game. I mean, I don't hate the game, but that's the reason I don't like it.
Those were 2 pretty solid games right there. Players 1 and 2 here.
Well,
Right.
Alfred, thanks for playing for us. You guys tied, so your Papa Challenge scoring will be 1 apiece.
Okay.
You both 1 win, 1 loss.
I'd like to give a shout out to our final sponsor of the evening, Tilt Amusements, run by our good friend Trent Augenstein.
Hi, Trent.
Whether you maintain a fleet of pinball machines across multiple states or looking to purchase the first pinball for your family, Tilt is delighted to help you. For more information on how you can purchase a game from Tilt and from Trent, visit tiltamusements.com. So what are your thoughts on Avengers, John? Give me a score 1 to 10. How would you rate that game?
Right, what? For a game I would want to own?
Rate the Avengers as a game, whether you want to own it or not. And your pantheon of game ratings, 1 being the worst game you've ever played, 10 being the game that hasn't been invented yet. Where would you rate it?
3.5.
Brian?
Am I allowed to do points?
Sure, why not?
Okay.
I'm going to give this a solid 5. The code has made this a lot better, just from what I'm seeing here today, Doug, actually. So, in fact, I'm going to go play a game here quick before I run out of here tonight.
Yeah, I got to say that I would actually give this game a solid 6. I thought I'd be on the lower end, but I enjoy playing Avengers. I think it got a lot of undeserved vitriol. I think Stern actually did a decent job on this game. They made a few design flaws, but the new code update is great for this game. And I want to personally issue a thank you to Stern for updating the code on this game so long after it was released.
Here on that.
I don't think they get enough praise for the good stuff that they do.
Well, thank you guys very much for joining us. From all of us here at PAPAtv Live, myself, John, Brian Tessier, Doug Polka, Mark Steinman, Fred Cochran, Louis Bevins, Al Tomka. Have a great night and happy flipping.
We'll be back on February 17th.
That's right.